I don't think our sound system was designed for the volume of people here. So if you are behind the tent, you may want to move over just so you can hear as well as possible, and we will do our best to speak loudly. Good morning. That was good. That was a very good school response. My name is Jonathan Moody. I'm the superintendent of schools in MSAD 54. 2 years ago, in June of 2023, standing right over there in the bus loop where some of you were standing, we had our groundbreaking event for our nice community school. And at that time, I said this was a once-in-a-generation project. I feel blessed and so incredibly fortunate to be here to report that the project is both on time and under budget. And amazingly, because of the work of so many people, 100% of the community-approved $4.5 million that we voted on almost 3 years ago, that was to be our local-only cost, has been covered through the Building Better Beginnings community fundraising campaign, chaired by Sam Hite, coordinated by KV Cap, and involving so many generous donors, individuals, and organizations, many of you who are here today, so thank you. In 2016, I remember sitting around a table at the Somerset Career and Technical Center with staff, students, community members, business partners, talking about what we called our utopia. What would the best possible school look like? And today we're here. And so thankful for everyone who has helped take that vision, that dream, and make it a reality. There are a lot of thank yous. Mine are focused on people. All of you, our amazing community members, community partners, our legislators, our community leaders, our school board, some of whom are here today and some of whom can't be with us, but who are with us in memory. To the DOE, the State Board of Education, the DOE team, Scott Brown, Valerie, Ann, and others. To our architects, Stephen Blatt and Doug Breer, and their amazing team of people who came up with this vision. To Landry French, and each and every individual, every person who has touched this project, thank you. Because a school really isn't about a building, is it? It's about the people. That was the utopia we envisioned, and frankly, that's what we see happening throughout our public schools day in and day out for our kids. Today's ceremony, we have a few amazing speakers, distinguished guests, who've each played a role in bringing this project forward. Following the ribbon cutting, people will be able to join walkthroughs in the building and come in and see the work. We're so excited to share with our students in a few days. We'll see the unveiling of the donor wall in the Hite Family Early Learning Center. And of course, our community barbecue is already underway out back by one of our spectacular natural playgrounds that was made possible as a result of the generosity of those donors. Again, we are truly thankful and humbled. At this time, I would like to welcome to the stage Olivia Huff, who is our senior student member on the school board, and she'll be doing the introductions of each of our speakers. Olivia.
Thank you. First, I would like to invite to the podium, representing the MSAD 54 Board of Directors, Chairwoman Linda Quinn.
On behalf of the MSAD 54 School Board, administration, educators, and employees, and the staff of KVCA, we are proud and honored to share with you in the official opening and ribbon cutting ceremony of the new Margaret Chase Smith Community School. This is a project that has been in the works since 2017 and is now nearing completion. It has spanned the time of 2 superintendents, many changes on the board, a few difficult social issues, and many building committee meetings with architects, builders, and state officials. But the constant through all that time and our effort is our concern and caring for the students of MSAD 5-4 from infancy through grade 5 and the communities from which they come. This school is unique because we are not just educating our children, but we are providing a safe and inclusive environment for all children in this district. I also want to say what a pleasure it has been working with the Blatt architects and their people who brought this vision to life that you see today. Landry French has also worked tirelessly to finish this project on time and to that vision, including, and I say nicely, porta potties installed for your comfort. A lot of what you see today will take your breath away. But nothing will equal what you will see in this lobby behind me. Ms. Rosen has created a heart-stopping aerial art piece that will greet your children every day when they enter this building. KVAC, our partner in this project and with community-wide donations, has generously provided our lunch for the day and all the extras that you will encounter as the day goes by. Thank you, KVCAP. The banner is compliments of York Sign. The flowers are from Boynton's Greenhouse. The cookies from the Bankery and Al's Pizza. The tent, chairs, and podium have been supplied by MSAD 54 and placed by the staff. Last, but not at all least, is our photographers, Sam Payne and Amanda Hill from Canaan. Amanda has 3 children who are part of our school family. This is truly a community event. Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite to the podium our distinguished United States Senator, Senator Angus King.
It's wonderful to be home again. I started my life in Maine in this wonderful community. I won't tell you how long ago it was, but it was a while ago. And I first have to tell you a story about the name of this school. In the 80s, my wife Mary and I got to know Margaret J. Smith, and we would come up periodically to visit with her in the home museum up the river. And one day she told us a story. She used to come when she was living every year to read to students at the school. And one year she was reading and she finished her reading, and as she always did, she asked for questions. And one little girl raised her hand and said, "How did you happen to be named after our school?" The other story that I remember vividly from that time is every time we would come up, we'd go to lunch at Cherrier's up on 201, and every time Margaret would pay. Senator Smith would pay. And so one time I decided to trick her, and I got up and pretended to go to the restroom and paid the bill for the lunch. I found out that the next day she tried to have the lady fired who had taken my lunch. So the next time we came up, I tried the same trick. I went up to the desk and the lady said, "I'm sorry, Senator Smith came in yesterday and paid for the I have to tell, many of you probably heard this story, my very first night in Skowhegan. It's about 9 o'clock, and I heard this voice, "Help, help, let me out, help." And it was this was serious. I mean, this was someone in great pain and anxiety. And so I called the Skowhegan police, and I said, "I'm here at my house on Court Street, and someone is in real trouble. Meet me down at the corner." So I pulled my trousers on and went down, and there was a police car, and he pulled up, and just as he pulled up, I heard the voice again, "Help, help, let me out, help, help." And the police officer started laughing. I said, "How come you're laughing?" He said, "That's the jail right there." That guy really is being held prisoner. That's an absolutely true story. I'm sure that officer told that story when I was governor. I'm absolutely sure. Two things I want to say. Number one is the importance of what this represents, and number two is how it all came about. more than ever, we need facilities like this. We need particularly the early education, the EduCare model for the Heights Center, because people are struggling. It's hard to get along these days, and most families, both parents are working, and children take a lot of attention, and it's difficult, and it's tiring, and sometimes you need a boost. And to have a place like this where you can send your children from the earliest age, who can be sure that they get the guidance and support and encouragement and, yes, education that they need in order to have a decent start in life, is more important than ever. So I want to congratulate and thank Sam and all those people who had the vision to get this going and done, and to see it through, because this is going to make a real difference in this community. I believe this is going to be a model for the state, and that you're going to see facilities like this all across the country. Now finally, and Mary says I say finally too much, it gets people's hopes up. But I want to talk a bit about how this happened. And when Molly, our little girl, who's now not so little and lives and works in Portland, was a little girl, I used to teach her things by mnemonics, you know, like Roy G. Biv for the colors of the rainbow. And one of the mnemonics, if I was teaching her today, would be talking about this, the 4 Ps. The 4 Ps. The first, to do something like this, you need a plan. You need a vision. You need somebody who sees something that isn't there and realizes that it's necessary and important for their community. You need a plan and a vision. And so there were people here who came together about that vision to try to move it into reality. Now, in order to move it into reality, the next thing you need is partnership. You need people coming together throughout the community. You need the architects, the builders, the students, the school board, the community. Yes, we help a bit out in Washington. You need help from a partnership. Nothing significant gets done by yourself. It always takes other people working together. That's the second P, a plan and partnership. The third is perseverance. It was really easy, wasn't it, Sam? I mean, just no big deal. No, it's always hard. There are always people that are going to say why you can't do something. When I used to have students come to my office in Augusta, the state seal was above the desk, and above that was the state motto, Dorigo. And I'd ask the kids, I said, do you know, these were 4th graders, do you know what that means? And they didn't really know. I said, it's the main state motto. It means we've never done it that way before. You ever heard that? No. And then the teacher would say, oh, no. And I'd say, no, it means I lead. But there are always people who say, we've never done it that way before. We can't do it. Therefore, it takes perseverance. It takes pushing through obstacles. And when I first thought about this, I thought 3 Ps, and that would do it. But no, there's a 4th. The 4th is passion. It takes people who are passionately committed to making something happen. The people in this, all of you, the people up here, it takes passion, someone who won't take no for an answer. People who see the vision and know that it's worth pursuing. And that's what's so important about today, is we are seeing the fruits of that plan, that perseverance, that partnership, and that passion. I'm so proud of what's going on here. I'm so proud to say Skowhegan is the first place I lived in Maine, where my kid was born, where it means so much to me, and I'm so proud to be here with you. Congratulations to the entire community.
Next, I would like to invite to the podium our distinguished United States Congressman, Congressman Jared Golden.
Morning. Or pretty much good afternoon. We're getting there. I want to know what year Angus came here. He didn't want to age himself, but I can tell you, 56 years ago. I was going to say, when I graduated from Levitt Area High School, Angus was the keynote speaker. And I'm giving him a hard time just because it's a running joke among the delegation. My first ever public event I can remember back in 2019 was at Bath Iron Works. We were doing our ship christening, and Angus told me in DC, before we left town there to come back to Maine, he said, make sure that you're wearing a suit and tie, Jared. It's a very formal affair, you gotta look good. And I showed up at the yard, and we get up on the stage, and I was decked out in the suit and tie, and Angus was in jeans and a flannel shirt, and I was way overdressed. So ever since, I've been trying to find ways to get him back. But I like what he said about the 4 Ps and the passion piece, or all of them are very relevant to you all here. Obviously in Maine there are many great communities, and I've been representing the 2nd Congressional District for 6 years now, and there are a handful that really do kind of jump out. And they jump out because they're getting a lot of good things done. And I've been able to watch that from afar. And these communities may ask for help from the federal government, from Congress, from the state. But what really makes them sticking out in my mind is that they are doing a lot of it themselves. And Skowhegan is absolutely one of them. And it's not just what you're all here celebrating today. It's been a lot of the work I've seen in the downtown, the River Project, just a lot of great working together going on in this community, and you're solving problems together. So it's very impressive, and it does make you unique. So you've got a lot to be proud of today. I look forward to getting in there and seeing it. It's always exciting to be a part of a new school. I was fortunate, I think in my junior year at Levitt, we had a new school. And it's hard for a couple of years on the front end. You go into class in trailers and a lot of disruption to the routine, but then you get into that new space, and it's really exciting for the students and teachers and everyone. So I think it's going to be a great year next year, or this year, when you get back to school in the fall. I'm looking at the notes here because I have that bad habit of just going so far off script, and I'm already running over time here. But the early childhood education piece here, I will say it's so important. There are retired generals associations that actually come to Congress, and as a matter of national security at the higher level, they will make the case that Congress needs to invest in early childhood education in order to prepare our youth for the potential of service to the country. More locally, you all know what's very important about it, and on the daycare piece, I just think about my own family. It's not, I think the first question is, can you even find a seat for your kid, a place to send them, and how long is the wait list? And then next, it's what's the cost? And then the third element is, how far is, how much time does it add to the commute, either to or from work? And that piece can be pretty tough as well. So I hope that this is a really great and convenient, exciting location for a lot of you to be bringing your children. And obviously it's a good early childhood education model. So that's just wonderful. Thanks to everyone that had the vision to bring it together and go out there and do the hard work to get it done. Most of that hard work was done by you all, and the delegation was able to pitch in a little bit towards that, but it wasn't even half of it. That came from your community, the greater majority of it. So that's amazing. I feel good and proud of everyone that was a part of it, and thanks for letting us be here today to celebrate with you. Great turnout, so thank you very much.
Next, I would like to invite to the podium, representing our distinguished Senator Collins, Chuck Malaris.
With a face like mine, I try not to sneak up on people. Good morning, everybody. My name is Chuck Mahalaris. I am a state office representative for Senator Collins, and I wanted to share her regards and a letter from her on behalf of this special occasion. Dear friends, Thank you for joining together today as we celebrate the completion of the Margaret Chase Smith Community School and Early Education Center. I'm honored to extend my congratulations to Maine School Administrative District 54 on the opening of this vital new resource for families and children in the Skowhegan community. I take seriously my position on the Senate Appropriations Committee, and it was my pleasure to secure $1,941,000 through congressionally directed spending with the assistance of all of the delegation for the construction of this school. Skowhegan and her neighboring communities have benefited greatly from those congressionally directed spending programs. And what an investment early education is. It's an investment in the future, our children, and will help build a foundation for them that will benefit them for the rest of their lives. The fact that this center is named after Margaret Chase Smith makes it even more special. As a teenager, I went to Washington as a delegate to the Senate Youth Program. While there, I had the opportunity to meet Senator Smith, a woman of so many firsts and of so many accomplishments. After an in-depth conversation with her, I left her office convinced that women could do anything and determined to try so myself. It is my hope that through this center, children here in Skowhegan area will receive the tools they need to accomplish all that they aspire to do. Congratulations again on the completion and opening of this wonderful new building and program. I look forward to seeing the positive impact the Margaret Chase Smith Community School and Early Education Center will have on the Skowhegan region and our state for generations to come. Sincerely, Susan M. Collins, United States Senator. I spent many years with the scouting program, recruiting kids into the scouting program, and I would come to schools like this and talk to them about the importance that they need to say thank you to their teachers, but as a community, we also need to say thank you to all of those people who are involved. And so if you're a kid, you're going to get this, and if you were once a kid, hopefully you will get this. So the first way you can say thank you is by giving them a big hand. Or it can be even a bigger hand. You can give them a round of applause. Or everybody stand up, if you can. Stand up, put your hands above your head, and we'll give everybody involved in this project a standing O. So you put your But the best way is just to say thank you and enjoy this school for generations to come.
Next, I would like to invite to the podium from the Maine Department of Education, Early Learning Coordinator, Leanne Larson.
Good morning. On behalf of the Maine Department of Education, I am truly honored to be with you today for this joyful celebration. What started as a long-range vision years ago has come to fruition through the hard work and dedication of an entire community. The shared belief that every child deserves a safe, nurturing, and inspiring place to learn from the very beginning of their educational journey has guided this incredible accomplishment. The Margaret Chase Smith Community School and Height Early Learning Center will be invaluable assets, as well as inspirations to other communities across Maine and across the nation. We know from decades of research that high-quality early education lays a foundation for future success, academically, socially, and economically. This school will serve as a launch pad for curiosity, creativity, and confidence for young learners, a safe and nurturing environment in which positive relationships will be cultivated from infancy through the elementary years. Not only will this new school serve as a learning hub for children, building continuity of instruction, but it will also serve as a lab school for pre-service educators, building a workforce for the future. Recent partnership between the school system, Kennebec Valley Community Action Program, and other early childhood community providers has been strengthened by participation in the Department of Education's First 10 Community School initiative. The Margaret Chase Smith Elementary School is a true example of this model, in which prioritizing early care and education during the first 10 years of children's life is a focus. I want to take just a moment to acknowledge contributions of several divisions within the Maine Department of Ed who have helped to make this dream a reality. Early learning, child development services, career and technical education, and school nutrition have all provided support. But significant credit must be paid to the department's Office of School Facilities. Innovative approaches in school construction to support CTE and CDS programming in an elementary school for the first time, as well as collaboration with other state agencies to support play spaces and transportation, have all contributed to the outcome that you see before you today. The Maine DOE is grateful to have been a partner in these efforts and is so excited to watch the amazing successes to come. The ribbon in front of you may seem like the end line, but really it's a starting line. A reminder that our work to support children and families continues each and every day. Thank you to those who brought expertise, labor, and heart to this project. And congratulations on this remarkable achievement.
Next, I would like to invite to the podium from Landry French, Chief Operating Officer, Dennis Garapi. Dennis.
Thank you. So I'll be brief, not so much because it's warm outside, but because these kids have been so patient waiting for the incredible playgrounds that have been designed and constructed for them, which really shows how much a community values the children in terms of investment. So firstly, on behalf of Landry French, I want to say thank you to Superintendent Moody, MSAD 54, Building Committee, the school board, for trusting this important project to Landry French. For those of us that were here at the groundbreaking, which was really not that long ago, I mentioned the word vision. And today it's incredibly exciting to see that vision turn into reality as we turn this building over to the teachers, the staff, and all the students from across MSAD 54. As builders, we are clear-eyed that our time at this place is really, really short. It is extremely finite. And while our role is to build the literal foundations, so many others here for so long will build foundations for learning, for growth, for community, for years and years to come. And it is incredibly humbling to see you turn this into a place where students will come together to learn, to build friendships, and prepare for their futures. Thank you, all of you, for letting us be a guest in your town. And thank you for letting us play a role in your present and your futures. So on behalf of all the tradespeople who spent over 220,000 trade hours without a single injury, on behalf of the Landry French team here in Skowhegan, yes, I say it all the time, people built buildings, not companies, and the people that came here each and every day, rain, sun, in the depth of the winter, were absolutely incredible. We don't see that today, especially on a nice day, but it absolutely should be mentioned. And certainly on behalf of Landry French Construction as a company, thank you and congratulations on your new Margaret Trace Smith Community School. Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite to the podium from Stephen Blatt Architects, Stephen Blatt and Doug Breer.
Thank you. This is an exciting day. It's a day that caps years of effort, planning, design, and construction. It also marks a day, a new era in the education of MSAD 54 students. As others have said, this is the first school in Maine with an early childhood component. Also, no longer will students need to change schools every 2 years or receive individual education in a closet or a stairwell. Plus, the playgrounds are super cool. So many people made this day possible, including the dedicated and passionate public servants, administrators, educators, and staff of the school district. It has been an honor and pleasure working with all of you. Stephen Budd Architects is a relatively small office among school design firms, but we are able to tackle a project of this size and significance with a core group of very talented people. I want to recognize firm members Steve Ruskay, Cindy Ryan, Jesse Kuchar, Mark Willett, Charles Cromwell, Kim Wilson, and Greg Bouchard. We're also fortunate to work with a host of incredible engineers, landscape architects, consultants, and artists, all of whom contributed immensely to the success of this project. Finally, I want to thank Scott Brown, Valerie Chang, and Jim Harford of the Department of Education. Their expertise and guidance were invaluable in helping us to navigate a rigorous process for state-funded schools. So, thank you.
I'm Steve Black, and I've been working in Skowhegan for your school department for a long time. We designed your middle school and the additions to it, and we designed the school in Norwood. So I've been pretty comfortable working here in Skowhegan. It's a great time. I like it a lot. This project is the largest project we've ever done. We've done lots of schools. It's also the most innovative. And for that, I would like to, representing my firm and personally myself, thank the school board and the school board's building committee, who worked very hard with us. We spent a lot of time with them. We spent a lot of time with the staff. Superintendent John is such a wonderful organizer and leader and inspirer. Although we've done lots of schools, we've never done something like the Heights Center. And it's testament to the fact that we're always doing things no matter where you are in the world. So thank you very, very much for this opportunity. We're very proud of what's happened here, and we hope you all enjoy it. Thank you.
Finally, I would like to invite to the podium, representing KV CAP and their staff, CEO Suzanne Walsh.
Thank you. Good morning. What an amazing day for this milestone. I appreciate being here, and I appreciate all of you being here. As last speaker, I do promise to be brief. One, because I think we all have our tan now up here, but also because it's pretty tough to say what some of these amazing people haven't already said. But I am honored to be here as the CEO of KVCAP and also representing the KVCAP Board of Directors to celebrate this incredible achievement. A heartfelt thank you to all of the speakers today and the Skowhegan community leaders for your vision, your leadership, and your unwavering commitment to making this project a reality. A little bit of history. Since 1965, KVCAP has been rooted in the Skowhegan community, providing services to support children and families, from early education to housing to transportation and so much more. Our work here in Skowhegan reflects our mission in action every day. One of the most powerful examples of that work is our long-standing partnership with MSAD 54. For over 3 decades, we've collaborated to serve children from birth to kindergarten, and that foundation has led to something truly historic. With the completion of this wonderful new school, we are not just opening doors, we're creating pathways. As you all know, it has already been said, this is the first public school construction in the state of Maine to include an early childhood education wing within its walls. Your children will now have a cohesive, supportive progression from childcare to preschool and into elementary education, all within one building under one roof. KVCAP is especially proud that our Skowhegan Early Childhood Program, which is influenced, as Senator King referenced earlier, by high-quality Educare model, is part of this innovation. This model is grounded in the belief in that what happens inside the classroom, combined with holistic family engagement, makes all the difference in every child's life. This building brings that vision to life. Thank you to MSAD 54 and Superintendent John Moody for his tireless advocacy for early learning to ensure that KVCAP would play a central role in the design of this building and its future. And we're deeply grateful to the Height family for their transformational leadership and inspiring so many others to join in this investment in community and family. And then lastly, but not least, I want to give a shout out to our incredible KVCAP staff, 50 of whom will be located here in this building. Your dedication, compassion, and professionalism are the heart of this work. You have my immense appreciation and respect. Thank you all for being here today and believing in the power of early childhood education. This building is more than just a building. It's a promise to our children and a tribute to what's possible when a community comes together for family. Thank you.
Okay, so at this time, for any kids who are interested in being part of this, we're going to have you come right up on the stairs, up in front here. Right on the, not on the very top, but on all the other steps. Come right up. You can spread right out across. And anybody who wants to help them, please feel free. We're going to have the people up here representing all of the people who've been a part of this process do the actual ribbon cutting. I've been tasked with cutting the ribbon, so I will do my best. The scissors are far larger than I anticipated. Following the ribbon cutting, I'll have a brief announcement of where to go and what to do. But we're going to cut the ribbon and do a few photos. So if I could welcome to the ribbon, everyone on the chairs.
Like a wood. They'll be like, have a second.
Any kids who want to come up, don't hesitate to come up. We've got plenty of time.
I don't know. I think they're right in the middle. Astro. Oh, there they are.
You want to do a countdown? Ready? All right, you guys
No, we've got pictures first. We have a few pictures and then we're dead. Quick.
Okay, there's a couple specific photos I'm supposed to announce. So,
Oh, you know what? We need another warhead. Oh my god. So follow me. Take you where we need to go. I'll take a couple pictures. As I said, we could have someone go through Thank you, sir. I'm sorry. All day long. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, John, great, thank you.
I was thinking of your dad when we were doing this.
Yeah.
He would have loved to cover.
I know. Thanks.
gonna be Northwalk. One more here. One more. Yeah. I know.
No, it's easy. It's an easy layout.
Look at that. Well, I think this is like they're like. That's a class. Yeah, they
Hi, how are you? Good.
You're trying to remember how to get that was me. How are you, hon? Good. You're so excited.
Feel free to take a look at rooms, and then you guys can go right out to the playground from here. It's
Thank you. Yep. I think you will. Wow, this is nice, huh? Jens, hang on, sweetheart.